What's up guys, Matthew Pals, and today we've got another tier list. So I'll be ranking the 3 Hopes designs. This one just has everything in it. So let's get right into it. I recorded this in full, clicked stop recording, and for whatever reason it was saying that I have recorded for 45 seconds. I'm like, what? So guess I'm redoing it. That being said, I think I know exactly what tier to put everything in now. So Ferdinand we're putting right in the middle. So Ferdinand's in the middle, not as much because I think his design is like, or something like that. I mean, I guess you could also look at this list, right, as like a grading scale. S is just really, really good. A is great, you know. B is good. C is solid, and then D is not as good. You know, you could look at it like that, I guess. But if, in case you look at it the other way, a B is not like right in the middle. It's more just there's a lot of characters I like more than him, which put up these 2 tiers. So, you know, Ferdinand's got to drop down. I still think Ferdinand is a really great design. Caspar, D. I don't think Caspar's design is that great. Not much else to say. I've seen the memes, you know, anime character Caspar. Yeah, this design is not it. Linhardt also going in B. Another really good design. There's just a lot more designs that when I look at them, I'm like, I think I like that a little bit more. So, Linhardt, B tier with Ferdinand. Both are good designs though. Bernadetta, easy D. So, Bernadetta is one of my least favorite pre-time skip designs. I'm probably in the minority because I know a lot of people love Bernadetta. She's alright. I much prefer post-time skip than pre-time skip. I think everybody though is better post-time skip. But Bernadetta is one of the few that I feel like if people are choosing, maybe she's got more pre-time skip fans. Like the Choose Your Legends poll, a lot of times it show pre-time skip Bernie or post-time skip Bernie. But for me, I've never loved Bernie's design, at least pre-time skip. And this is just pre-time skip Bernie's hair, like pulled up in the center with the newer portrait. Not it for me. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna go ahead and do Edelgard 2 and Hubert's. Hubert's at the bottom. Hubert! I don't think Hubert's is that good either. Black Eagles might overall have my least favorites, just as a whole. I don't think Hubert's is that great. Not much else to say. I just don't really like Hubert's. I like his post-time skip a lot more. Edelgard over here now. Edelgard's, though, is amazing. I think they did a great job with Edelgard. I always thought Edelgard had a good design. Post-time skip, my only complaint is that from her portrait, it kind of looks like her hair is getting wrapped around the, you know, part of the horn. I think it just goes over her hair, but it kind of looks like it's wrapped around it to me because it looks pressed in from her portrait. But Edelgard's had a good design. I think they did a great job here. The braid, that's what it is, right? A braid. Much better than Weiss's and Ruby when they redid her design for volumes 7 and 8. I think all the Ruby designs from 7 to 8, they adjusted them a little bit to make them look better. But they're still the same hairstyles, you know? Like, my friend says that Blake got a bit floofier hair, which is great, but I still think it doesn't look good. Same with Weiss. Anyway, I think Edelgard looks fantastic. Dorothea also looks fantastic. Easy S tier. Dorothea, I feel like, I guess to an extent with Edelgard too, right? I think they were some of the better designs. They'd be hard to really screw up. You have to do something wild with them, and they did. They did something, you know, fairly normal. They still look fantastic, which is exactly what I'd want out of them. Petra, I'm putting in C. I could get used to it. I think it reminds me with the braid also like the pre-time skip one and kind of Edelgard too. I just not sure about the headpiece. I'm just not used to it. Maybe I'll get used to it and it'll go up, but for now I'm not used to it and it looks I'm not there yet. Dimitri, I'm going to put an A tier, especially if we compare to pre-time skip. Boy, Dimitri, they did a really good job with him. I feel like this is what Dimitri would have been if he didn't totally go off the deep end. Because I'm pretty sure the one in the Black Eagles route is just a non-eye patch version. You know, Dimitri still got the long hair. I think this Dimitri looks really good. Isn't like Lambert, I forget what Lambert's hair is like. It might be like Lambert, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. I think it looks really good though. I'm going to put To-Do also up here. I think To-Do also looks really good. I still think I prefer post-time skip To-Do a little bit more. I think that's more because of the hair. But I like to do a lot. I think they did a good job with them. So to do S tier as well. Felix, I'm not used to Felix. I think I could get used to Felix just like Petra and they can move up. But right now, it looks a little bit... It doesn't look how I expect Felix to look. You know, it's just a bit... it's different. It looks more like proper, I guess. I'm not used to it. So, for now, Felix is going to be in C. I could see moving up. If we come back and do pre and post time skip, and then maybe doing all of them together, right? All of them compared to each other, because I'm trying to just relate these to themselves. I mean, if we're going to pre-time skip, I'm probably moving most of these up a bunch, because I don't like the pre-time skip designs, comparatively speaking, as much. Not that they're like bad or anything, but comparatively to post-time skip and these mid-time skip designs, I think they look a lot better. Definitely for me, though, part of that might have to be with age. You know, you've got pre-time skip, a lot of them are children, and now they're, you know, adults. And there's also the war aspect, you know, a lot of them just kind of look, you know, have the look. Like, you can, how to describe it? They kind of look like, they look more mature, you know? But, yeah, just going off of these. Felix is easier. Sylvain, I'm putting in B. I like Sylvain's a little bit more, but it didn't grow on, I thought it might grow on me more than it did, and it didn't. So I'm going to keep him B tier. It's definitely not the worst. Maybe I could argue to move him. Do I move Sylvain down, actually? Maybe I move Sylvain down. I like his scarf, though. I'm going to keep Sylvain here. Maybe Sylvain can move down, too. Ingrid, I'm putting down here. I don't think it's the worst design. I kind of think it's a Karen still. But, you know, I'm in that group. But it's slowly growing on me. I don't think it looks as good as post-time skipping group, but it's not bad. Or, it's not as bad as when I first saw it. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my goodness. But then they also came out with more designs. Cough, cough, Black Eagles. And that easy S tier. Don't worry, people are going to go into the A tier. I think Annette looks amazing. Annette's in the contender for my favorite, honestly. I think Annette looks fantastic. There's a few people that have some type of, like, I guess, headpiece, right? Raph's got a bandana. Petra's got whatever this is. And then I'm not entirely sure what this is either for Annette, like what the proper name for it is. I'm not going to make up something. I think Annette looks really good, though. Mercedes, I'm going to put in A. I like Mercedes' design a lot, but I don't like it quite as much as some of the ones that are higher. But Mercedes is really good and definitely up there. Ash, I'm putting in A tier. I think Ash also looks really good. I was, at first, especially because I'm so used to the post-time skip, I wasn't sure how many, if any of these would be better than post-time skip. Ash is one of those that as I look more and more, I'm like, I think that might be better than post-time skip. Edelgard's there too. I really like Edelgard's design. I guess Dimitri too. I did that. I like Annette's post-time skip design just fine, but I really like this Annette. Okay, Ash is the last one. Claude. Claude's an A tier. If Claude had the beard, or at least part, you know, some of the facial hair from post-time skip, I might move him up. But I'm gonna keep him in A tier. At least for now. Not, especially when I watch him in the trailers, I don't think I like him quite as much as Dimitri this time around. Hilda, I'm also going to put in A tier. One of the early ones. If you look at the full design of the characters, which I've seen them, but I'm not looking at them at the moment. But I love Hilda's color palette of like black, red, and pink. That looks fantastic. I kind of want to make some type of layout or something that uses that color scheme. I really love the look of it. But I'm going to put Hilda in an A tier. I don't think she's quite as good as some of the other designs. Lorenz is going C. It's not the worst, but Lorenz is not particularly great in my opinion. Yeah, it's not the worst, but I don't think it's all that great. Lyscythia, I'm going to put in B or A. I'll put an A. I've always thought Lyscythia's got one of the better designs overall, and that continues. I think Lyscythia looks pretty good, so I'll keep Lyscythia in A, I think. Not as good as the ones up here, though. Marianne, easy. A or S tier, not A. S tier for Marianne. When we get the smiling portrait of Marianne, that's gonna be amazing. And I am a true golden deer. I should have worn the golden deer shirt, but absolutely love my deer. And then yeah, Marianne is like top 5 easy character for me. I really wanted the long hair Marianne too, because I love Marianne's design. I love post-time skip Marianne especially. We've seen long-haired Marianne in damaged art for for heroes, and I was like, please give us a 3 houses with these 3 hopes long-haired Marianne, and we got it, and I'm happy. Ignatz. Ignatz is never my favorite design character, but this is honestly pretty good, so I'll put it in a B. Mainly this is held back by just Ignatz isn't my favorite, and it's never my favorite design. It definitely looks better than pre-time skip Ignatz. Not sure I like it quite as much. It's pretty on par with post-time skip. But I think Ignatz looks solid. Not the best, not the worst. Raph's going in the A tier. I actually really like Raph's design. I didn't think... Well, Raph's another one who does not have my favorite design, but they did a good job with it. I think the bandana works. So, I'm putting Raphael in the A tier. And Leone, easy, D tier. I do not like Leone's design. I didn't like pre-time skip Leone, and this looks similar, just like Bernadetta. It looks way closer to pre-time skip Bernadetta. Even though Caspar's got his hair back, and I guess it kind of looks like a longer version, but that's a lot of these to be fair, right? Ferdinand's was longer than pre-time skip, shorter than post-time skip. I think that's why people call them like mid-time skip, you know? But it's not everybody. Like even Marianne though, right? Marianne's got her hair down, but if you look up close, you won't be able to really see it here, but she's got like the bags under her eyes that pre-time skip Marianne has, which is why I think people look at it as mid-time skip. And that's how I look at it as mid-time skip, because not all, but a lot of them, you know, even like Annette, right? Annette's got the little hair like loopy thingies. She's kind of got that going, but you know, I'm not sure how many years that would be if it's a mid-time skip. So I don't know. We'll see when it comes out, like when it takes place exactly. It definitely seems after the monastery, but yeah. This is how I think I'd rank them. Things could definitely change as I see them more and stuff like that, but I haven't really I haven't played the game, right? That's when for me, I think a lot of opinions change on designs, because there's a lot that I wasn't sure about, but as I've gotten used to it, I'm like, oh man, it looks amazing. That can happen with a lot of these down here, but you know, for now, first looks, this is where I'd have them. If I had to pick a favorite, I'd probably say Annette. I really like Annette's design, new design. They did a really good job though with a lot of these. And I will say this, I think all of them are better than pre-time skip. I'm not sure there's a single one that I looked at and I think, yeah, that's worse than post-time skip or pre-time skip, except for maybe Leone. Leone is the only one that might for me be just a downgrade, and I didn't think that would be even possible. That any of these would be worse than pre-time skip. Well, I guess there are some pre-time skip that I do really like. For the most part, I like the post-time skip ones all more than the pre-time skip. Comparatively speaking, not that the pre-time skip for all these characters sucks or anything like that. I just think comparatively, when you look at all the designs, I think most of the pre-time skip would just fill up the bottom. I don't think they're as good comparatively to the other designs. So I didn't expect any of them to be so bad that I'd be like, oh man, I might like pre-time skip more. Even Bernadetta, I still like more this one more because you guys can't see my mouse. I like mid-time skip more than pre-time skip because I think the portrait looks better for post-time skip, and that's what they use. I think they made some minor changes, but they use roughly the post-time skip with maybe some changes or some minor edits. So anyway, this is how I have them. Comment below where you rank the designs. Who's your favorite? If I had to give a top 3, I don't know. I really like everybody in the top. I think Tadu's number 6. And I definitely tend to lean with... I think I do tend to lean with the females in the top tier, but I like Dimitri a lot too. I'm not sure where they'd rank though. I guess if I chose a favorite, it'd be Annette, but there's a few that I look at and I'm like, man, that's amazing. I think the S tier, I think they home runs with all of these designs, and really home runs with the A tier as well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.